Pardon me as I completely remedy my feelings of loneliness and inadequacy by spending over $1,000 on comic books over the course of a week or two. No kidding, no lie. Like, actually, very grateful for these opportunities to just, this is the best paying job I've ever had, and it works with my different issues, my sensory issues and different things. Luckily, I am able to drive. Not everyone is, and I don't do highways anymore. I've gotten worse with that. I just am tensed up the whole time and I can't swallow. I stop. It's like I hyperventilate, but it's like very short breaths and everything. Can't do highway. It's just basically like I'm not going to go above 60 miles an hour. If I have to get on the highway for a short distance and go, maybe I'll go like if I have to. Or, when I get another tattoo, I'll probably have to use the highway a little bit. I'll probably do that sometime. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stay on the right side and I'm gonna go 60. I can't do that. But anyway, I'm glad I'm able to drive. I'll listen to music, all the music that I need daily. It's therapy, different styles. Very grateful for that. I can just drive around. It's wear and tear on the car. I do recognize that. I'm very, again, just grateful. It's just I've never had my own car. I'll probably save up sometime and do stuff, but for now, we're all me, my brother, and my mom all at this house, one car. We're not like super wealthy or anything. My dad very generously I mean he's I love my dad and I miss him and everything. It's weird him being off sort of like new family stuff and everything. It feels really odd. And I do, but yeah, there has been absence and everything, and sort of just not really. We don't have that much common ground. I've always been more sort of nerd stuff. He's more sort of regular, like I'm not trying to talk shit at all. It's just his what he likes happens to be more sort of even more acceptable. And he also doesn't have the mental health struggles and everything. He's very sort of just I don't know. But yeah, like I still he very much yeah, he kind of did my mom dirty and stuff. Yeah, we don't have to go into details, but he did something and then ended up leaving. And I understand, like I want people to be happy. I want people to, you know, I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, "Oh, it's all about me." It's not at all. My feelings are valid, but I want, they now they've gotten to the point where they really can't stand each other. So it's like I don't expect you don't want to stay together. You want to do what needs to be done, but he is very generous with different things. If without him, we would, be pretty screwed. He helps, after the divorce, there's financial aid and everything. And he has the best job of ours by far. He was smart. He took out like a loan and went to school for like IT stuff back in like I don't know. I don't like the beginning of that sort of thing probably, and like they were like, this is going to be used in the future, definitely. Very smart, and he's worked at banks and stuff, and like just doing stuff on computers. I don't know if there's code stuff, or I honestly like I don't. We have never really had much to talk about and everything. My brain is pretty. I've always felt weird with that too. My brain is pretty blank. Like I have so much stuff going on, like so much internal monologue, but I can never figure out what to say or like how to do small talk. That's just like how it is. But I would like to like. I would hang out with him if he wanted to like play video games or something. There were instances like that in the past, and like helping with math homework and stuff certain things. Like I'm not trying to say it's all been like, oh, I'm so bad, but it can. There are certain things. Just lately, I've been sort of down lately, just with that absence that it started in when we lived in South Carolina, and my dad moved to Charlotte by himself. And they didn't tell me back then. I guess they thought I wasn't prepared. That was supposed to be the beginning back then in the 90s, was supposed to be the beginning of their separation. And I didn't know that until later. Or was it that, or was it a later time? Maybe that wasn't the first time that it was supposed to be separation. But anyway, we ended up all moving up here and everything. Carolina's yin and yang to these places. I'm really talking and going to different things. But yeah, I've kind of been like feeling a little down lately, just thinking, it kind of started with just having feelings for this girl that I see when I deliver food and things, and just sort of like getting this feeling like she sort of didn't like my presence. And then there was, Mickey on Instagram blocking me when I wanted to be friends. And I understand, it's one of those things, like I've said, I was kind of tearing up the other day to my mom talking about things. I feel like that's just like, it's going to keep happening. I'm going to creep people out. I'm going to be clingy. I feel like I'm no therapist and I'm no psychologist or anything, but I feel like because I'm just like, I'm always thinking like my friends are going to die. It's like so many, my ex-girlfriend, and then another girl that I felt like was my soulmate died very early, and then one of my best friends. It's just like, again, with the feeling of like, how does this shitty, it's not all about me, I know it doesn't revolve around me, but it's still the feeling, I'm not trying to be like, this is happening because, like I'm cursed or something. It's just like, but it feels like shit. But there's like, yeah, there was a memory on Facebook of my friend that died. He was so young, different things, and it's just like, I have so many issues throughout my past, and again, I'm grateful. I have so many. I cherish all the blessings I have too. I mean, just to have food and shelter and everything. Whenever I have like a great night's sleep, it's like thank you. When I'm not losing my mind, different things. And I'm never going to give up again. I refuse. Like, I don't see that ever happening. And if I were to, I don't want to get dark, but I would definitely leave a video like detailing things and just explaining, and I don't see that happening. I see myself being resilient and stoic and everything. But yeah, it's just there's been a lot of things. I've had a lot of times, just a lot of shitty events and things. But yeah, I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's all about me, or like, let's complain about life. And I understand there are people in war zones and shit. Like, there are people starving in certain places. There are people that have seriously like agonizing diseases and stuff. I mean, schizophrenia sort of, but that's, I don't know. It's up to you if you want to talk about physical, mental, spiritual, whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's just like, I don't have a spending problem because I have enough money. I'm making enough money. I'm very lucky. That's one thing. A lot of people, I don't know, this lonely feeling where it's just like, I would like to have, friends and a partner, I just don't know. I would like to, like, it would be cool to maybe like someone else with autism or like similar struggles. Doesn't have to be vegan, but that'd be cool. But doesn't have to be exactly like me, but I would date. Maybe there would be more common ground. I was thinking about that yesterday because I saw something like, just talking about like in this support group I'm in on Facebook, just saying like, maybe it's good to date other trans women that have common ground that you can sort of, because you're not going to be rejected in different ways. Luckily, I'm not at the, it's not going to be a surprise for anyone. It's not like I'm going to be dating a cisgender woman and then like I turn trans. And also, it's not going to be all that drastic because again, I'm pretty, masculine and everything, and there's not that much. I don't have plans for bottom surgery. I might have top surgery. There's not that much to it really. Just feeling, it's all pretty much just, and that's one thing I want people to know too is, there's no one size fits all trans thing. You don't have to be the most, I feel like I see that a lot. It's like you think you have to be like sort of drag queen style, like glam, glam, glam. It's like to each his own, you know, be yourself. But I am pretty masculine in different ways. I hate body hair, I hate my facial hair, different things. But I don't mind, like, I do want to be thin and I want to be, you know, delicate, sort of, physically. I don't want to be very muscular and everything. I have certain things where it's like I do have this standard for myself, a certain look that, and it just sort of supports who I truly am too, because it's like when you look at my wrists, you see how small my wrists are. It's like you can kind of tell I was meant to be thin. It would be weird to have these bony arms and legs, but then have a belly. It would be very interesting. It's possible, but it's probably not going to happen with being with the things that I eat and the tea that I drink. You know, anything like matcha, oolong tea. That's some of the healthiest things that actually do support weight loss and everything. That aren't gonna like fuck your life up. Like seriously, don't fall into some dumb scam pyramid scheme bullshit or anything. Just eat. Don't fucking starve yourself. Right? Honestly, like I don't even want, it's unhealthy to like even, we shouldn't obsess over these things anyway. It's easier said than done because like yes, I want to be thin, but and part of it also goes with like sort of modesty and everything, sort of the appearance of being like I don't overdo it in a lot of ways and I'm not like living lavishly and just eating everything I see sort of thing. But I'm not a body shamer too in any way, like different things. I mean, yes, I want to encourage people to not fuel disease within themselves, but like I'm into bigger girls, like guys, whatever. It's fine. There are so many looks to being healthy, right? That's all it is. It's more just for me. For me, I like to be thin. I don't need everybody to be thin around me. But um yeah. Anyway, oh God, I'm really going different places. Yeah, I guess let's go back to the original thing. What was I even saying that led into that? I need maybe the lion's mane will help more and have the memory be like focus, like losing track. But yeah, I've got the putting those. I'm gonna have like over a grand of X-Men and different offshoot, like not one-offs, like but like sort of limited series, you know, that came out. There's like there are ones, and this is gonna be a first for a lot of things, and I didn't know that. It doesn't surprise me, but like in the probably like late 80s or sorry late 70s 80s maybe early 90s under Chris Claremont and everything, and there were other things. I learned that there's a graphic novel that George Lucas was a part of. I'm getting that. But yeah, it was the most read comic at that point, which kind of like that's fine. I'm not going to get into things because they're popular. X-Men just happens to be my favorite because I love the idea of mutants. Just you can do anything with that. All sorts of cool powers. I just think I've always thought that's cool, you know. This person does this person does this, or this mutant, this half demon, this mutant, whatever, you know, different things. Like, so many cool. It's just like endless possibilities and just like a multiple universes full of cool fucking shit that can be done. It's like, you know, it's sort of like childlike wonder stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of those, and I'm gonna start reading. That's part of it too. I wanted to just with the lion's mane and everything. I wanted to. It's been a month since I started lion's mane. I've been feeling well and everything. No like bad side effects. But I want to be healthy, and I want to get back to going on regular walks, and I want to get back to reading regularly and just really do good things, you know. I want to just be have that stoic mindset and that, and I know, yeah, within the same video of saying I want to be stoic, it's like I complain about things that, you know, a lot of people would argue, be like, you know, you've got everything you need and don't worry about loss and anything that's been done to you or anything, but it's, I mean, what can I say? It's gonna happen. You know, I've got that Buddha over there. There's some cool stuff in that too. I'm not a religious person, but you know, just that sort of thing, like acknowledging that life is going to be full of misery and just really like learning to accept that and try to remedy others' misery by reminding them that, you know, life continues and everything. That's not all there is to it. There's all sorts of trippy shit. I'm not an expert. I've got more books on all sorts of religions and everything. Maybe get into those soon too. Mythology, whatever. Sort of, same sort of shit. Just cool, weird stories and everything. But, or just not every religion is all about, spirits and everything, but anyway, it'll be cool to read some of this stuff. I'm excited. Love, I hope you have pleasant times. I don't know if I missed anything when I went into talking about looks and different things. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I'm good for now. Love.